Okay, good afternoon, YouTube and Twitch. This is Harmony Muse with more Final Fantasy XIV. We're going to be doing a fairly long couple of stretches today, mostly because it's the weekend and hey, why the hell not? First off, before we get to the story, I need to go check on my company or my squadron. I do believe that I've caused them to get their next tier of rank ups. Yep. Congratulations, Commander. Thanks to your canny leadership, our squadron has proved itself yet again. The higher-ups will be throwing some meteor assignments our way now. Just you wait and see. Your squadron has attained rank 2. As well as trainee missions, you will now have access to the higher difficulty routine missions. You have also received a copy of Contemporary Warfare Defense as a reward for completing the promotion mission. This special item allows you to change the squadron member's class. Itchy nose, itchy nose. Wish it wasn't quite so itchy. Oh well. But who do we want to roster up? But first, let's check our regiment board, see what we can do here. Oh, our skill things have went up a bit. This is good. Let's go ahead and rank up, you people. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go actually get something useful done. What the hell are you wearing? Not much. A joy. What the hell is a joy? And a tanga. Must be foreign words for bikinis, I suppose. Anyway, we've got to return to Kurthus Western Highlands, turn in that quest we just did yesterday to do Dusk Vigil, which is right where we need to go for the quest for finding Lady Iceheart. Thank you for reminding me. It is now. And I just probably gave myself an earache. Whoopsie daisy. Thank you for reminding me that what you hear and what I hear are two different things. And no, that wasn't at all sarcasm or irony. I'm gonna get myself killed riding around like a jackass like this. Okay. I really want to go get that last point. That last Aether Current. What the hell was that I just heard? On the other side of the rock. Oh, that's what it was, an Archaeoavis. We need to get down here. Easy enough walk. I just want to get this one last Aether point, so I have to worry about a quest-based ones for Kurthus Western from now on. Which means we may be flying sometime today. I don't know. Southwest now, okay. There's a way up there, isn't there? Directly south. Okay, well, we're almost there to directly south. Oh, I gotta fight some Ice Commander to get to it. Okay. Alright, let's get nuts. Say hello to my beaky friend. And that is all the Aetherites for Kurthus Western. Finally got that done. And I have the sinking feeling that doing the Sea of Clouds is going to be even more bullshit. Because of all the verticality there. Well, here's our Dusk Vigil quest. Let's go ahead and get it turned in. Do you have it, Mr. Spaldwin? Yes, here's your rondelle. Yes, there's no mistaking it. At last, it is ours once more. My parents presented this sapphire to me on my wedding day, as my wife and I presented it to you, Helmeric, on his. One day they would do the same for their son. But for that disgrace of an Inquisitor, suspicion of heresy, what rot. He knew what he wanted from the start. By the time I secured her release, I had interrogated her for days. Oh. Skipping! Skipping! Thank you, Crendo. Camp of the Convictors. Alpha Note Secret Hood. Okay. Surely one of these people have encountered heretics while out hunting. Pray speak to as many as you can. Boorish Banneret. Nay, I know of no heretics. Do you honestly expect me to keep track of every Raitmo, Vairama, or Bertanol that wanders in and out of camp? Boorish Bowman. Are there any heretics in the area? I have not the faintest idea. Why, a heretic could pass under my nose and I should be none the wiser. I hunt dragons, my dear lady, the big ones. Forever do I scan the skies for my signs of prey. I care not for the miserable creatures that scurry upon the ground. Asshole. Looking for heretics, you say? Why don't you go bother Pierrequay or someone? I've enough trouble keeping these preening fops fed and clothed as it is. It is no business of mine what folk do with themselves out here in the wilds. Oh, so these are a bunch of rich idiot children calling themselves dragon hunters. Okay. Help you? Heretics, is it? Well, I've never seen one myself, but that ain't to say I haven't heard a thing or two. We would be grateful for any information you could share with us. The gods know we've gleaned precious little from the rest of these people. If it please, my lord, I'm Pierrequay, a soldier by trade, though not much of one if I'm honest. If it weren't for the love of stabbing folk that I took up the spear, see? No, it was by order of St. John Teot's father. Still, as long as they keep paying me wages, I ain't fussy what they have me do. Not everyone's as patient as me. Plenty of low-born lads who get pressed into service start grumbling before they've seen their second battle. And once they've got to thinking how unfair it all is, it don't take much for the heretics to turn their heads. From what I hear, the simple promise of freedom tends to do it. That may explain how Lady Iceheart was able to expand her following so swiftly. Sad to say, some mates of mine gobbled down the heretic stripe and asked for seconds. Told me they were off to the Western Highlands to light a signal fire. That's how you let the heretics know you're serious about joining their ranks, apparently. Send up the purple smoke and the bastards come to you. Is that so? Why then, I am minded to start a fire. Oh. Well, while we wait, let's go ahead and get a queue popping. I went ahead and spent a few of my poetics since I was breaking the 2000 marker. And got my Ironworks axe for my warrior class. Purple flame, purple flame. If we are to lure our foes to our position, then we must find a means of producing a signal of purple hue. As it so happens, I once heard a tale of a trapper who dropped the hide of a woolly yak into his campfire, and aside from the terrible stench, the story also described in detail how the smoke from the smothered flames was tinged a deep violet. You are a monster hunter of some note, are you not? It should prove a trifling task for you to procure a number of hides. We may burn more than one ere the heretics notice our beacon. Master Alphino, you and I shall gather wood for the fire. It will take both of us to find enough dry fuel in this frozen wasteland. Let us meet again at the Dreaming Dragon with the fruits of our labor. Oh, another ether current. Okay, and food. What am I, want to help out, do you? Well, there's plenty that needs doing, and killing besides. I'm sure you've noticed that dragons aren't the only thing we have to contend with out here. Take the polar bears, for example. They come for an easy meal, drawn by the smell of our cook fires, and then raid our stores. Think you could thin their numbers for a little? Killing 4 or so of them should suffice. You'll be compensated for your troubles, of course. Hey, polar bear. Go away from me, I'm not done killing you yet. Now where's another bear? Okay. I think that quest down there is an ether current one as well, but we'll check that really quick. I mean, it's got the cross marker that means that it's some kind of important feature related unlock. Well, you're certainly more reliable than any lordling I've ever met. They've only got eyes for dragons, even though I tell them time again that if no one sees those bears, there'll be nary a scrap to eat. But do they listen? Humph. I dare say everyone around here could stand to be a little bit more like you. Well, I'd say you'd be compensated, and I'm true to my word. I trust you'll consider this fair remuneration for your efforts. Money and an ether current. Ooh, bacon bread. We're going to take a quick detour. We're going to check the south, that feature quest down there, to see if it's what I think it is and what I hope it is. And if it is, we'll just take the shortcut. The reason I'm doing those ether current quests, if I get all the ether currents in an area, I can fly. We want to be able to fly. Flying is good. Oh, Ingaret. It's an ether quest, okay. Do you have a moment to talk? A short while ago, one of the workers from House Zamel asked me to go and deal with some Mylodons. The Black Iron Bridge barely survived the calamity, and it's in desperate need of repairs. But the upland Mylodons roam too far close to it. The craftsmen can't work safely. Someone needs to kill them. The Mylodons, that is, not the craftsmen. I'll do both if you pay me enough. I'll ask the Dragoons to do it, but they're too busy, and it'd be weeks before they found the same. I do it myself, but there are so many beasts that I fear I'd be swarmed and outnumbered. You're a capable woman. Would you be so kind as to thin them out somewhat? If you were to kill, say, 3 of them, I think I'd be able to finish off the rest myself. So we're doing the little lady's bitch work. Okay. And it's a long travel up and a long travel back, so we're burning time doing so. Yay. That said, I'm severely looking forward to the ability to fly. Because that was one of the big features touted with Heavensward, is that you would be able to get flying mounts. The fact that after everything we had to do to unlock a Chocobo in basic Realm Reborn, the fact that they just outright give you a black Chocobo is just crazy to me. That's a Mylodon? Looks like a furry version of Behemoth. Or a furry version of a Behemoth. Can't help but wonder if being able to fly improves my movement speed. And naturally, I bet all this flying is only in Heavensward and only Stormblood, and that you can't do so in the old areas. Just as well, if you could fly in those places, yeah, that would just be silly. I've got that song stuck in my head. Then again, it's just about as bad as this song I was humming when I was playing, or when I was riding my Magitech. Oh, they've actually given me my my walking speed increase for Kurthus Highlands, okay, or Kurthus Western. Okay. Okay, Ingrid, I did your busy work. What you got for me? You're already killed 3 of them? Thank you so much. You're not injured, are you? Here, please take this. It's your cut of the fee for the work. Incidentally, did you happen to see the farm on the other side of the bridge? The Mylodons have made it difficult to access the area, and the bridge has been left to fall apart. After we repair the bridge, one day we might be able to rebuild that farm. Okay, one more quest current, and I've got Kurthus Western unlocked for the purposes of flying. We're not going to worry about that. We're just going to get down to finding the Yeti or Yak hides for the purple flame. Oh, 21 minutes, not bad. And yes, if I hit level 58, you better bet that I'm going to drop everything and do my Samurai quest. Because that's what I do. Now, just a reminder, later tonight, my free company, or I shouldn't say my free company, but rather the free company that I belong to, the Crimson Reapers, are going to be putting together a alliance raid group to take on Labyrinth of the Ancients tonight around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. I will be streaming that. Whether it's in or out, or whether I'm otherwise part of a normal session or not, I will be making a special point of streaming that, or streaming that run. Just because I want to show the Crimson Reapers as a whole in action. Now, I have a very sinking feeling because I know Final Fantasy VIII, even if I never played it. Or Final Fantasy VII, even if I never played it to a large extent. You needed the Black Chocobo and the ability to fly to get to this one island off in the middle of nowhere. Said island was the one place where you could unlock the best summon in the game, Knights of the Round. Now, we've seen a round table with Temple Knights at it here. I can't help but wonder if we're going to see Knights of the Round as a primal fight in this game. Anybody watching who knows, please no spoilers. If you can't be there, fan, it's perfectly alright. Do what you gotta do, buddy. Real world obligations take precedence, as ever. That's never been a question. How the hell are you doing botany out here in the middle of bumfuck nowhere? Oh, that doesn't look ominous at all. Oh, you're up on the... Okay, I gotta get up to you. Would seem that collecting firewood is a new experience for Master Alphino. He must have had a privileged upbringing. Have you the hides we need?
I should have known it would be you.
And then there's Iceheart. I predict Justinian is going to go batshit and try to kill her because she's dragon.
Word reached me of a struggle with a small but well-armed band of trespassers. Forgive my comrades their hostility. Few come here uninvited, and fewer still with good intent. Now, tell me why you are here. So, you seek to stem the Dravanian tide with talk? A romantic notion.
But is it a good or a bad one?
If you but knew the truth, the spark which lit the flames of this animosity, you would understand the futility of your quest. Shall I relate it to you? The sordid history my gift has shown me. That which the Holy See has taken such pains to suppress. 'Twas more than a millennium past when an Elezen tribe first sought to claim the lands of Kurthas as its home.
This explains why the bulk of Ishgardians are Elezen.
Unfortunately for them, Kurthas was already home to dragonkind, and they were not inclined to make way for the invaders. Thus did a bloody war begin. A war which might well have rumbled on until one or the other side was exterminated, had it not been for the resolve of a single woman. That woman's name was Shiva.
So Shiva was a woman.
While those around her fought and died, she attempted to parley with the dragons, and in so doing discovered them to be possessed of profound intelligence and reason. The great worm, Heavensward, in particular so enchanted Shiva that she found herself growing to love the creature, whom her people considered a monster.
Huh.
In the eyes of a near-immortal dragon, however, the fleeting life of an Elezen is as that of a freshly cut rose. Scarce has the flower bloomed before it begins to fade and wither.
Okay.
Such melancholy musings plagued Heavensward, who had found in Shiva an unexpected and beloved soulmate. He knew that all too soon, death would snatch her away from him. Unable to bear the thought of their separation, the maid bid the worm consume her, that their spirits might be entwined for eternity.
Huh.
Though loath to perform the deed, Heavensward ultimately gave in to her plea, and soon thereafter the tale of their ill-fated love spread throughout the two warring factions. No more could they raise blade or claw against one another, knowing that the souls of their kin were so inextricably bound. In the days that followed, man and dragon learned to live in harmony, and together built a nation unlike any the world had ever known. For 200 years did this blissful age of peace continue, as it would to this day, had vilest envy not stirred in the hearts of the Elezen.
Oh dear, what happened?
It is said that worms owe their longevity to the boundless reserves of vitality found within their eyes. And 'twas in this belief that a traitorous band of knights deceived their allies of some 2 centuries, and took by force that which they coveted. Nidhogg, he who now stands poised to unleash his wormlings upon Ishgard, was the great dragon who lost an eye to Elezen treachery.
Oh, so it was the Ishgardians that were the fucksticks. Okay, that makes sense. Suddenly everything falls into place.
And until he prizes it from the hands of the traitor's progeny, no amount of conciliatory words will stay his fury.
Oh!
You are wrong, Lady Iceheart.
Oh dear.
Lest you misunderstand, I do not doubt your vision of the past. 'Tis true that Nidhogg greatly desired to reclaim the Eye. Indeed, it was for that very reason that I kept it with me as I roamed the land, attempting to draw him away from the city.
Good gods!
A dragon's eye. What the shit?
Until recently, Nidhogg seemed unable to resist its allure and pursued me relentlessly. Needless to say, that is no longer the case. Now, it would seem, he has fixed his attention on Ishgard itself, though he knows full well the eye does not reside there.
Huh.
You believe he targets the capital for another reason?
Okay, you gotta realize how pissed she's gotta be seeing the very reason for all of the Draconian hate, or Dravanian hate, sitting directly in a hand less than 3 feet from her face. Holy shit. So now we understand the whole reason the dragons are pissed. But both sides believe they're in a holy war, so what? Did the church... Was the church founded as a way to cover up the lie? Don't tell me.
I believe reason has all but left him. Through the eye, I feel much of what Nidhogg feels. And the dragon's thirst for vengeance will not be quenched by aught less than a sea of blood.
If Nidhogg is indeed lost to reason, might we not seek an audience with Hraesvelgr instead?
Good luck with that. He's probably
dead. He has
dead.
thus far shown no inclination to aid in the invasion of Ishgard, and may yet welcome our efforts to broker a peace.
It's a good thought.
You still believe that a peaceable solution can be found? Very well. I will take you to him. Our road will lead us to Dravania, the homeland of dragonkind. There we shall ascend unto the clouds, where Hraesvelgr resides.
So, let me get this straight. The church also made even speaking to dragons an executable offense. So it's almost as if they're doing everything they can to bury the truth of it by making the very concept of speaking to anybody who might know the truth a sin. That's some hardcore fuckery right there. Why am I feeling the echo out of nowhere when... What's going on? Why am I here? And why is one of the crystals suddenly lighting back up? What the hell is this?
Is autumn mist, my friend? I sense the many battles are beginning to take their toll. Rest a while. And should you lose sight of us, Dravania lies beyond the mountains to the west.
Roger. Let's see what good old Midgard Zormer has to say.
The vestiges of thy mistress's blessing are not as faint as once they were. Thy will to succeed grants thee.
Shit. I'm gonna have to go through that whole cutscene again. I think I was at the end of it, so I'm gonna skip it all, though. Oh, and it's Wanderer's Palace hard mode. Let's see what we've got. We've got myself, a ninja, a white mage, and a paladin. Alright, Pally boy, do your thing. Oh, and the ninja and paladin are apparently working together. I don't understand if I'm seeing a big pull or what. holy crap, that cutscene. Things is getting good. Okay, it looks like he is multi-pulling. Okay. I don't know why I was taking so much punishment. I didn't see crap on the floors. Tank seems to fairly well know what they're doing, so I'm not... Let's see what they're wearing, though, because that looks like a badass cloak on that. Oh, antiquated chivalrous surcoat, okay. Boy, am I glad that I am not tanking this. That guy was kicking our asses. Bogatures, boots, Emery. Just full pass, we don't need to fight him. Smart tank. Okay, pull him back to here. Good. Had my hand. I'm getting pissed at myself. I'm having my fingers on the wrong button. That was so terribly sloppy of me. Later, Crendo. Have a good one, pal. Oh, you pulled more. Oh shit, did you pull more? Oh, I'm dead. That clothing, what is that? Blood hempen chest wrap. Tell me that doesn't look like the clothing from friggin'. You look like Vanille from Final Fantasy 14 or 13. But I know you're not. Check. No, she's not actually that's not actually Vanille. I thought it was. Going back. We got through it well enough. I ain't upset. It looked like our tank lost internet for a while. we have Slippy and Mangstone. These boss names are an homage to Jabberwocky. It was Brillig and the Slippy Toads and Gyre and Gimble in the way, but I don't remember the rest of it. Rather, it was meant to be a nonsense verse, it still told a story. Then we're talking about Lewis Carroll, so chances are there was probably a hell of a lot of opium involved. Or just plain old coke. As far as Lewis Carroll's other proclivities, we won't go into that here. Okay, now we've got... You're getting the valve? Okay. You're hauling ass. We have somebody in the front yard. I just had a bit of sleep in my eyes still. Woke up, got my Manxome. Another one of the combined nonsense words from Jabberwock. What? Oh, okay. Get out of the nice people on camera, Monk. Oh, one. Thank you. I can't eat it right now, but... Okay. I'm finishing my cream puff. When your mother brings you sweets, by God, you thank her. We're gonna skip past the cutscene until where we were. We were just looking at this before the dungeon.
What now? So, if you but knew the truth, shall I relate it to you? The sort. 'Twas more than unfortunately for them. While those around her fought in the eye, such unable to bear the thought of their separation. Though loathed, in the days that followed, it is said.
This is where we learned about the betrayal by the original Ellison.
Nidhogg, he who now stands poised to unleash his wormlings, and until he prizes it from the hands of the traitor's progeny, no amount of conciliatory.
You are wrong, Lady Iceheart. Lest you misunderstand, I do not doubt your... Indeed, it would...
I swear, he sounds like Sean Bean, the guy who played Boromir.
Good gods.
Until recently,
You believe he targets the capital for another reason?
I believe reason...
If Nidhogg is... He has thus far...
You... Our...
Okay. See if we can skip this too. We're almost back to where we were.
Is aught amiss, my friend? I sense the many battles are beginning to take their toll. Rest a while, and should you lose sight of us, Dravania lies beyond the mountains to the west.
And now we're back to where we were.
Curious. The vestiges. Thy will to succeed grants thee unusual fortitude. But will it be enough?
It damn well better be. I think it's only been an hour, but we've gotten so much done. Okay. Achievement Freebird, Kurthus Western Highlands. Flying mounts. Okay, try jumping to take off. Okay, ascending is the jump key, descending is the drawing, and movement key. I can fly! I believe in fairies! You sail. Ooh, 125 gear. Shame I don't need any of you. You are Wilhelmina, yes? Pray address me as Isael if you wish. 'Tis passing strange, is it not? That fate should bring us together thus. Never did I think to walk alongside the Warrior of Light. But history is full of such unexpected alliances. Shall we make our way into Dravania, then? The chill of the Western Highlands is unrelenting, and I would sooner be on the sheltering canopy of the Chocobo Forest. But I can fly now. Woohoo. Which means I can also complete out the map. Which is exactly what we're going to go do quickly. Because I believe there's an achievement for that. What do we have here? Draconic hinterlands. This feels like the Burning Crusade, only not shit. I already know I'm going to hate doing this in the Sea of Clouds. One more little bit of area to do. Oh, two more little bits of area to do. Okay. The world looks so much different and so much simpler from the sky. It's a shame. Okay, now I've got one little tiny bit of area over here near where I'm going. The Slate Mountains and Dragon's Bed. I can tell this song is going to get old. Shame they don't have a flying Magitech. I've listened to Terra's theme doing this. Oh, a level. Okay. Merciful Eyes. Series of timer with Hisatsu Seigan. Well, unfortunately you do know what this means. I hit level 58. Time to go back and do my level 58 Sam quest. Then we'll get back to the story. do I get merciful... how do I get the open eyes? Okay. Samurai, open eyes. Oh, third eye. Oh, okay. So that's how I get merciful eyes. You didn't say that little bit before. Now, what do you have for me, old Muso-sai, old friend? Tears in the snow. Heart-rending rumors blown Momozigo's way, and Muso-sai's okay. Ah, Wilhelmina, your aura does not lie. You've grown stronger still. Since embarking on our journey, you have made remarkable progress. Ere long, you will be a fully fledged samurai. But on to our mission. We've scoured the snow-stepped stones and pillars of the city for evil, and Momozigo came across a disturbing rumor. Just awful, Wilhelmina! A stage tragedy played out in real life! A young couple threw themselves off a cliff in the Western Highlands. Snort. As I hear it, the two were sweethearts from low-born families, but the girl had ill luck of being fancied by a young nobleman. This All-Fright tried to force them apart, and he hated them so badly that they decided to end it. 2 innocent lives lost, and why? Because some lordling had to think that with his... Oh! He must be punished, I tell you! Heartrending as this rumor is, rumors are no basis for punishment. We must ascertain the truth of the matter. Let us begin by making inquiries of the couple in the bloom. So, long story short, self-important rich noble guy thinking with his pecker caused 2 people to be so harassed that they decided to kill themselves rather than put up with his crap. The young couple what hurled themselves across a cliff? A right tragedy, and no doubt, but it seems odd they'd go all the way to the Western Highlands to do it. No shortage of places to fall off of around here. Oh, so you think it might have been a murder? Even better. Of course I heard about the poor buggers. Their luck ran out when old Frank took a fancy to the girl. He's a greedy bastard, just like his father, Lord... fuck if I try to pronounce it. And the Fury forbid you get in the way of what he wants. Volk are saying suicide, but I'm not convinced. No, I knew both of them well, I did. And they're not the sort to just give up on life and let alone each other. Oh, okay. So they're thinking it was suicide. So a cloud of suspicion hangs over the suicide. It bears further investigation. But first things first, Momozigo has vanished yet again. Well, wait, let's talk it over. Help me! Momozigo, he's in trouble. Come. Oh dear, somebody's kidnapped our little boy, our little fella. This button is from Momozigo's garment, but he is nowhere to be seen. This bodes ill. That little fellow, was he your friend? He was asking me about the suicides when some men bundled him up and carried him off. I hope he'll be alright. It seems plain that there are those who take unkindly to our investigation. The time for caution is past. Let us confront this Onifrond himself. He was recently sighted near the Fast Fiddle on the level above. Fast Fiddle? What the fuck are you talking about, man? Oh, the last vigil. Okay. Suddenly, your weird shit makes more sense. Monchin Tsitsi? What the fuck? Weird ass names people got in this game, I swear. That's why I tried to go with something vaguely proper in a medieval setting. Did you just... Oh, shit. Go away! Let me die in peace! If you wish to throw your life away, we will not stop you. But first, answer me something and clear your conscience. Our companion was seized by unknown men while investigating the recent suicides, and it seems there is much more to the incident than rumors would have us believe. Tell us what truly happened. I tried to break them apart, that much is true, but they didn't kill themselves. I brought her to the manor late one night, and she learned things she wasn't supposed to know. Learned how my father was dealing illicitly in furite. I implored Father to overlook it. I tried to convince them she wouldn't talk, but he refused to listen. He ordered them taken to the Western Highlands, and they were... Oh gods, I loved her, I truly did. Well, you were still thinking with... As for your friend, I fear they mean to silence him too, at the Black Iron Bridge like they did the others. We thank you for your honesty and shall bother you no more, but know this, you are still young. You have all the time in the world to begin anew, to make amends, unlike this tired old man. We haven't a moment to waste. To slack eye on bridge. Oh god. It's almost as bad as talking to a goddamn beastman. Ay. Oh, so the outline is where I can fly. Okay. That works. And there's Idran Cho. Ah, pathetic, every last man of them. Gods, that was close. I thought I was a dead Lalafell. Forgive my delay. The deep snow makes you work for every step. So you are the heartless cur who stole 2 young innocent lives. It is over. Surrender yourself. Like hells it's over. Mistake me not for one of those useless mercenaries. Not a shred of remorse, lowlier than a mindless beast. Such evil cannot be suffered. Yep, well, he dead. Our work here is... You're gonna collapse again? Dude. Musosai! I've not come this far to fall here. Worry not, friends. 'Twas but a dizzy spell. Now then, I believe we have visited all the major cities of Eorzea. Momosigo, you have been a fine guide and companion both. I am grateful for your help. All that remains is to find Kogarashi and deliver unto him his reckoning. Wilhelmina, in the course of righting wrongs and across the land, you have become a great samurai, one whose skills rival even those of Kogarashi. There is little and less left for me to teach you. I thank the Kami for blessing me with such a fine pupil. Come, my friends, let us return to the city and find a place to warm ourselves. Got a feel for the fella. Home again, jiggity jig. Oh, I went the wrong way. Whoopsie daisy. Well, Amina, thank God you're here. It's Musosai. He collapsed again as soon as we entered the gates. He's resting at the inn right now. But the chirurgeon, he said that the old man is ill, gravely ill. He hasn't long left. It's a wonder he could even draw his katana. All this time, he's been pushing on by sheer force of will, punishing evildoers across the land, even saving my hide. What is it that drives him on? Why does he go to such lengths to find this Kogarashi character? The old man won't breathe a word on the matter, but there must be some reason. If we only knew, if we could finish his duty in his stead. For now, there's nothing to do but keep watch over him. I'll see to that, so you needn't worry. If there's a change, you'll be the very first to know. Ooh, a Kenki gauge increaser out of combat. That'll be useful. We get that at level 60 from the meditate. Okay. So it's been about an hour, so let's go check my squadron real... Ooh, that can wait until I'm not on with y'all. Okay, back to Falcon's Crest. So let us get to the Dravanian Forelands. Which means more places to do the whole searchy thing. I'm gonna hate life there too, aren't I? Not that I'm actually hating life. It's just it gets irritating. Why don't you look the picture of gruesomeness? Like I said, I'm going a bit longer than my usual 2 hours today because this is just so engaging. I want to know what happens when we go speak to Racevelger. I want to know what happens when we do this and that. You notice I'm not even doing duties right now. This is so engaging.
Beyond Abalathia's spine, the great mountain range that spans the continent of Aldenard from east to west. Into the deepening shadows of Som-Al, where lies the ancient home of dragonkind. To a land where the soil slithers and the skies seethe with sinuous shapes, they came.
The Dravanian Forelands. You now stand on the threshold of Dravania. The path to Som-Al will take us far to the west, beyond the embrace of the forest's branches. It will be a long and demanding journey. Might I suggest we take our rest at the village up ahead and see that we are properly provisioned? There is a village here, but I thought these domains or lands were the sole domain of dragonkind. Why would anyone choose to live in such a place? The wild chocobos. Tall Feather was built by hunters who make their living acquiring and selling the beasts. Their leader, Marsashamp, is an acquaintance of mine. Being a gregarious sort, he will no doubt welcome our arrival. But he will also possess more recent knowledge of the road we seek to travel. I trust there are no objections. Only to this ceaseless chatter. If we are to meet this acquaintance of yours, let us do it before Ishgard burns. Who pissed in his cornflakes? 44 to the northwest. Oh, plain frigging sight. Herp-de-derp. And there are 9 to find here and 5 quest ones. Or 10 to find here and 5 quest ones. 300 some odd yalms to the north. $266 to the north. Northeast. to the east directly. I really should do this on my off time, but hey. 384 to the west. It's beautiful if bleak. Royal 11. I wonder what that means. 250 to the west. Southwest. The girl in Wild Chocobo is big. Ooh, Aetherite. To the north, 338 to the north. Well, we'll get you. That is not what we normally look for in an Aetherite, but it's geometric and it's very good looking. Check to see if I have to get that phone. Nope. We are attuned. A wind gauge, okay. And a mender. Well, let's see what our shop here has. Ah, level 52 gear. Nothing I need. Here's Marcichon. Well, tan my hide and call me Leatherface. We have visitors. Oh, and if it ain't the loveliest sail. It's been too long, girl. That it has, Marcichon. Yeah, that it has. My companions and I are on a pilgrimage to Salmal. Might we stay at Tailfeather a while and prepare for the next leg of our journey? Of course, of course. Stay as long as you like. In fact, I wouldn't suggest leaving the forest at all. Dragons have been absolutely bleeding murderous of late. Forgive me, sir, but I'm not sure I understand. Do the dragons not bother you here in the forest? Bother us? Did a sail not explain things to you, boy? You've seen them towering Calum trees about, haven't you? If you were flying above the canopy, you'd barely be able to see the ground. And as you'd expect, with the local wildlife scanty enough to stay hidden beneath the leaves, which is why the dragons do their hunting elsewhere and we can do ours in peace. I see. Thank you for the explanation. You're welcome. Now, if it won't, I know it won't stop the sail here, but the dragons ain't the only things you need to keep out an eye for, especially if you're set on heading west. 125 gear that we don't need. Worse than dragons. I dare say you're wondering what could possibly be worse than dragons, eh? Well, I'll tell you, the blooded naff. They're what you get if you crossed an antling with a magala crab and taught the thing to walk on two legs. They never used to stray far from the hives out fear of dragons, but they've gotten a lot more aggressive of late, sending out war parties for miles in all directions. And they've taken to harassing the Dravanians in their own lairs, if you can believe it. And when they venture into the forest, which is more and more, by the way, they certainly ain't afraid to come after my lot. I can only imagine how worse it'd be closer to the Gnats' home territory. And we have an ether current quest. I see you've been making the rounds of getting to know the hunters in these parts. Well, how'd you like to help a real hunter? I've overseen 3 camps set up to the east, but the lazy sods ain't sent me a report in over fortnight. And I'm too bleeding busy to be playing messenger. You look right fierce enough to get the information out of them. It's a simple job that'll earn you some coin. I can't rightly say no to that. If it tickles your fancy, you'll need to talk to the leaders of each camp. Leonolf, Gwenere, and Ambert. Hear what they have to say and get back to us. Get back to me when you're done. What do you have for me, Sale? 'Twould seem that much has changed in Dravania. The Nath were not wont to cause such strife when I lived here. You lived here in Dravania? Aye, 'twas in the time following the calamity. My family was dead, my home was gone, and I had fled from the bitter cold into these lands. One moment. I knew not the paths of the forest then, and wandered out from under the protection of its boughs. That's when I chanced upon Racefelger. He descended from his mountain lair to hunt for food. My exhausted mind cannot contend with the sight of the majestic worm, nor the vision of the past his presence visited upon me. Thankfully, Marsashon found my unconscious form at the edge of the trees, and nursed me back to health, and until feather I remained for some time. Ah, hence your familiarity with the locals. But I interrupted you. You were saying the Nath were once a peaceful people. Peaceful would not be the most fitting description. They are a fiercely territorial tribe, and any who intrude upon their domain are attacked without hesitation or quarter. Outside the borders of their homeland, however, they were rarely hostile. Indeed, we were even able to trade with them on occasion. They must have changed then. What of it? We have not the time to creep through the underbrush on some roundabout route. I say we make straight for Sawmall and crush any unruly insect we meet underfoot. A more direct path, then. Very well. Let us first follow the trail west out of the forest and make for the statue of the Stained One. From there we shall have a fair view of the road that leads to Sawmall, shall we? Anyway, let's go do this quest of his and get our ether current. Oh, you want me up there? Oh, so we're going up to the northern path anyway. Y'all think you brought enough dudes for that guy? You know what? Fuck it. We're coming. We're doing it live. Or not. Well, that's certainly a shame. But hey, shit happens. Things are going well enough. Been running into a bit of trouble with those giant bugs in these woods, though. Welcome to Horrible Accent Theater with your host, Harmony Muse. Nothing out of the ordinary here. There's just the one bird that won't shut up. Haven't been able to catch a wink for all its bloody screeching. Northwest. Good, that's where we're going. Almost to the west. We gotta get up north first, or gotta find a way up first. You have to find the most damned annoying way to put your camp. Well, to be fair, it would be a very defensible position, just makes it a pain in the balls to get to. We'll get to you. All this work to get up on top of a hill. Bandersnatch? That name don't even sound... Oh, it's again, a Lewis Carroll reference. Had ourselves a bit of an incident the other day. Some fiends came stomping out of the tree and gobbled up one of our fresh-caught birds. Wasn't a damn thing we could do about it. If we're going to keep on in this area, we'll need some extra hands. You tell the chief that. Excuse me? $190 to the west. Okay, continuing to the west. Should be seeing it any... Here we go. This should be 4. Southwest. Waiting for her to get done, then we'll hop in. Come on, lady, get your thing done. Get your thing done. Good. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Southwest, which is precisely where we're going. You're gonna be on top of that damn hill. I'm gonna be pissed. To the west. You're on top of the damn hill. Or not. $500 to the south. We're looking for something here. What are we looking for? Oh, destination. Okay. Should we chance to meet Marcachamp again, remind me to thank him. Had he not warned us to expect the Nath, I doubt we would be standing here. Amid ruins I would tentatively describe as Ishgardian? The style, if not quite identical, betrays a definite resemblance. You have a scholar's eye, Master Alphino. The structure is, in fact, over 1,000 years old. It is a remnant of an age when our ancestors and dragonkind lived together in peace. Humph. You claim this is evidence of our harmonious past? I was taught that these buildings were constructed by heretics, in honor of your Dravanian masters. This rubble inspires no such awe in me. Stubborn fool, how desperately you cling to the false teachings of your beloved Holy See. Enough, both of you! You threaten the success of our mission with this incessant squabbling. Wilhelmina, pray reason with these two. Quite. Lest you forget, our goal is to prevent a war which will claim the lives of Dragvanians and Ishgardians alike. If we are to accomplish this, you must learn to tolerate each other's presence. Trust in Wilhelmina's gift. In time, the secrets of history will be brought to light. Let that be enough, Estinian. You would have me keep my counsel until Wilhelmina's visions confirm the truth? Very well, but bait me not. Our meeting with Hraesvelgr will likely provide the catalyst her gift requires, as it did mine, but let us press on. And here we have the 125. Ooh. Spy you the 3 great towers to the west? Ishgardians know them as the Annex Shrine. The place serves as a roost for Hraesvelgr's lesser kindred. If we are to reach the peak of Samal, we must first beseech these dragons to open the way. But do not be disheartened. The one who leads them is a friend. Of rather more concern is the disposition of the Nath. Let us survey the approach to the towers and see if the path is clear. $389 to the south. 200 to the south. We're getting closer. $141 to the south. Here we go. All these references to Jabberwocky here. That's probably a Caterpillar Suka. Southeast is the next one down this way. Looks like there might... Oh, that's not a way up, that's a way down. Okay. Let's not misjudge what we're seeing here. Looks like it was more a one-way ticket to get back. Okay, we can handle that. So they've all got issues, but none of them thought to ask me for help? Do they think I'll bite off their heads or something? At any rate, I'd best prepare and round up birds from each camp. Thanks again for your help, friend. Say, since you've already struck up an acquaintance with my people and all, maybe you'd be willing to lend them a hand. Seems they talk to you of their troubles readily enough. Well, apparently not enough to give me quests. See, do I have to walk my ass all the way around, or is there a shortcut back out of here? Nope. No shortcut. Maybe a shortcut? Come on, give me a shortcut. False friggin' alarm. God damn it. I even have this path up here if it's nothing. Give us hope. That ain't cool, game. I'm gonna have to hoof it the long way. Oh, not even looking, I walked right into a chocobo cage. Derp! Okay. Can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to having flight. A Ninki Nanka. I don't know what that is, but it looks fugly. A tree ant on steroids. I swear that okay, with all of the Lewis Carroll Through the Looking Glass references, I swear that's probably got to be the hookah. Now, having read Dungeon Land, the old Gary Gygax D&D module for 1st edition, which was basically sending your characters through Alice in Wonderland, only everything was trying to kill them. I can't help but wonder if I'm going to see a max level monk coming out wearing a hat asking us to a tea party. We have to go up into it. Oh, son of a bitch. Why am I doing this to myself? So I can fly and I don't have to feel the pain later. Nope, nope. Ignoring you, ignoring all of you dumbasses. Southeast. The speedrunner's approach. Just, if you have problems, ignore them. Oh. Now, back off and nobody else gets shanked. Northwest, all the way up north. Okay. Nope, a whole lot of nope. Not caring about any of y'all yet. Alright. Just a reminder, this is going to be longer than my usual 2-hour streams. Because it's the weekend, I'm having so much fun with this. You notice I'm not even doing my normal duty roulettes. Because I want to get through this story. This story is good. $300 to the northwest. 3 more to find. So we're getting there. 260 to the northwest. Okay, so we're on the right path. 'Tis as I feared. The road ahead is teeming with masked soldiers. Marsa Champ didn't exaggerate then. The beastmen have grown great brazen indeed if they would threaten the dragon so openly. Do they intend to assault the lair itself? I pray they do not. Mighty though my Dravanian friends are, they are yet vulnerable to the Nath's muskets. There is no route save the one before us. Should the beastmen offer battle, we have no choice but to accept. Oh, you want some. Okay. To the north. Oh, here we go. There's someone flying. From here, there's 2 more of them, I think, after this one. And for the quests. Okay, you want to fight? Let's do this. Let's get nuts. Remember, you attack me first. So this is self-defense. $192 to the northwest, so we're gonna be there shortly. Brunch. To the west. $39 to the west. Is it up? Is it down? Is it hidden somewhere? It is hidden somewhere. I go a long way around to find you. One more to find. And it is way the hell up north. Okay. We'll deal with you when we have to deal with you. I have the feeling that Estinian's whole shtick here is that he isn't looking to help us. He isn't looking to stop the war. He's looking for a path directly into the Dravanian heart so he can kill everybody. I take no pleasure in killing the Nath. 'Twas to avoid bloodshed that I agreed to join you on your journey. Well, it cannot be helped. We may proceed into the courtyard together, but leave the task of hailing its occupants to me. And keep your lance at your back, Dragoon. On my word to the Warrior of Light, I shall start no fight, only finish it. You truly are beyond salvation. Come then.
Vidofnir!
Vidofnir? Why does that name sound familiar? Didn't I kick his ass?
Ah, 'tis thee, little one. From above I did mistake thee for a Nath. 'Tis well I chanced to look again, or thou wouldst now be ash.
Dear Vidofnir, how I have missed you. Would that I had come sooner, and not out of dire necessity.
Right.
Thou art troubled. Speak that I might know thy plight.
Okay.
Thou wouldst have father admonish his brood brother.
Yes, yes, we would.
I would end this war without further bloodshed.
Yes, exactly.
How am I to believe thee, little one, when thine own companion beareth Nidhogg's stolen eye?
care, dragon, or I shall gouge out one of yours.
He really is that fucking dumb.
You forget yourself, sir. We are here on a mission of peace.
My sires will forbiddeth me from inviting discord to our home. 'Tis for this reason and no other that thou still drawest breath, knight.
Lots of shit talking.
Vidofnir, please. We must be allowed to convey our intentions to Hraesvelgar in person, with words of our own choosing. Grant us this favor, and open the way to Som Al.
Thou hast ever been welcome, little one. But I cannot grant thy wish. I am bound to remain here, and protect my kin from the Nath's god.
Oh, you need a god killed? That's right up my alley.
Have summoned a primal.
Pray excuse my forwardness, but if we were to eliminate the threat to your territory, would you consent to Lady Izel's request?
Ha! Dost thou imagine thyself equal to the task? To succeed where dragons have failed?
Do you, look, bitch, do you know how many gods I have killed personally?
'Tis beyond thee, mortal. But thou art welcome to try, nonetheless. Only know that idle promises shall avail thee naught.
Oh, you want a god, Rex?
It would seem we have no choice but to make good on Alphino's offer. Why must our every bid for peace breed yet more war?
Y'all can cool your heels. I got this. I got this all on my own. Well, me and 7 people in the duty finder do. But let's see who this god is that they're going to be sending me after. I follow the thoughts of the Nath and their primal. So the Nath have summoned their god. Thus is the mystery of their newfound belligerence laid to rest. Are you not glad, Lady Iceheart? I thought you would applaud them for summoning a primal to further their own ends. After all, you did. I did not reach out to Saint Shiva to further my own ends. I desired her strength only to forge anew the peace between man and dragon. But what a fool am I to speak to you, a bloodthirsty savage who murders without thought or compunction. Enough! Enough, I say! If the Nath are truly to be brought forth their deity from the aether, we must face it together or watch our hopes fall apart. All now rests on this primal's defeat. But before we think of confronting it, we must study its origins. What is the nature of this god? What manner of faith sustains its existence? My apologies, you are right, of course. Let us return to Tailfeather and consult with Marcechon. He knows more of the Nath and their culture than most. Y'all can do that. I've got an Aether Card to go find. Northwest, you say? Oh! A summoning horn for Chocobo. That's kind of cute. Northwest. And the way's quest block, yay. I should go ahead and take my time and attune here if I'm allowed. Probably will be told get the hell out. Now back down to Tailfeather. Yeah, I'm probably going to end up killing another god. No big skin off my nose. And let us talk to our favorite redneck. Oh, back already, are we? Ah, met the Nath, did you? Well, and what is it you'd like to... Summon to Primal, you say? 7 hails. Well, if I didn't know fuck all about Nath religion... Well, I don't know fuck all about Nath religion, if I'm honest. Again, British English, but he's using a redneck accent. If I'm honest, beyond their trading habits, there never did seem much point in asking. But it shouldn't be that hard to find out. From time to time, we barter with a small hive to the north and west of here. Outcasts from the main tribe, from what I understand. I reckon they'd be willing to tell you a bit about themselves if you give them the right incentives. This sounds promising. And what exactly would a Nath consider to be the right incentives? Oh, nothing your average hunter couldn't scrounge up in a day or two. But seeing as you're in a hurry, you might want to divide the chores amongst yourselves. You want a good-sized jar of land trap nectar? A basket of Kalim tree fruit, and always an Nath favorite, a generous portion of young Nanka flesh. I shall gather the fruit. Leaping to the lower branches of these forest giants should present little challenge to me. Then I shall collect the nectar, without Master Alphino's arcane assistance. Ah, that leaves you to bring home the meat. You'll need to carve it from the smaller Nankas that live in the river. 3 big hunks should be enough, I reckon. Once you got everything together, you'll need to set it down at what we call the trading post. Here, I'll mark a spot on the map for you. You have been most kind, Master Marchand. Well then, let us attend to our respective tasks and reconvene at the trading posts. I need hardly add that the last one there is a rotten Nanka egg. Beautiful creature, I still wouldn't want to mess with it. That's 2. Oh. Being a Ninka Nanka, it doesn't count. Well, that's really kind of bullshit. But okay. There's our 3. And here's our trading post, right up there from the looks. I was able to gather a goodly amount of nectar from the land traps, though I would not have known how to harvest it without a sale's help. Do you have the Nanka meat? Splendid. I shall put this with Astinian's fruit and assemble a suitably generous-looking hamper for the Nath. Again, 125 here. The non-mind. Rings. Oh, I'll be able to upgrade one of my rings. This is good. This is very good. Well, everything appears to be in order. Assuming no one has any objectives to my choice of presentation, I shall place the offerings at the trading post as instructed. Were I of the Nath, I would think I would be suitably impressed. Well, how long must we wait? Should we have sounded a signal or some such? Calm yourself, Master Alphanode. Our offering has not gone unnoticed. Bathlyfoot. Long has it been since hunters last came to trade, bearing gifts that filled the air with such delightful scents. Click, click. Landtrap nectar, Calum tree fruit, and Nanka flesh. What delectable foods have you brought for us? Our meager existence is much enriched by your bounty. Click, click. Come, hunters. Come to our hive if you would trade. Cramped and stifling our homes are, but the rancid incense keeps the dragons at bay. Cramped! Stifling! And horribly smelly! Better to live in stench than be cracked and crunched by dragon jaws, yes? Come, come, it is not far. At least these ones speak something passably English. Crap. I'm a sloppy eater. Okay. Your presence has been announced to the storyteller. You must speak to our chosen leader in words, for we are Vath. We are the non-mind. Welcome to our hive, hunters. You have brought delicacies much sought by our people, and we are much pleased. What would you have in return? Honored Elder, pray allow me to begin by thanking you for welcoming us into your home, and for accepting our humble offerings. My companions and I are in search of knowledge, specifically, knowledge of your people's god. Knowledge alone? What strange hunters you are! But if it is words you desire, then words you shall have. We are the Vath, the non-mind, and to speak is our fate. You will hear the tale of the Nath's god, of the god the One Mind summoned into our midst. The One Mind? These are the Nath who reside in the main colony? Yes, they are one, connected. But let us begin the story at its beginning. Some moons ago, a single dragon flew in from the east, bleeding and weak. It fell from the hive, or into the hive where it was swarmed by my brethren. With spear and spell and musket, the dragon was slain. 'Twas likely that it fled battle with my kinsman. I should commend you for finishing the job. Alright, you two, get it over with and screw already. Dragons are fierce and terrible adversaries. The One Mind would always cower when their winged shadows passed over the ground, but no longer. They had learned that a battle-weary Dravanian was easy prey. Thus did the Overmind decide to heed the words of the black-robed men. The one mind would call forth our god and unleash his blades upon the dragons. Dravanian lands would become Nath lands, and ever larger would grow our domain. But our god ever hungers. The price he demands in crystals far exceeds the rewards for this war, and we of the Vath despise and revile his insatiable existence. Okay, we'll get the Ring of Slaying. Because that's actually some shit we can use. I'll take the Fleetfoot. Fleetfoot is examining the weapons. Though we hear not each other's thoughts, generous hunter. You somehow know that we need help. Our weapon stocks are wanting. We need more. I would make a request of you. Please bring us muskets with which to defend ourselves. You can take them from the Nath nearby. 2 would be sufficient. So go kill your buddies and bring you back their guns? Okay. We're doing this because it's an Aether Current quest. Every one of those I get is one... Well, you can see. But I gotta do this shit for 12 zones. No kidding. I think from here on, I'll probably do that'll be my primary thing that I'll be doing off camera is hunting Aether Currents. For that exact friggin' reason. So we need the fire drones specifically, okay? Got our guns, so we can go back and get our Aether Current now. As soon as we kill this thing in the ass. Well, that was a waste. I'm gonna get those flintlock muskets back to the Fleetfoot. Let's try a different way up. That works. I'm gonna have to go the other way. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go the other way around. There's no quick way up. Unless I can jump this narrow bit of rock right here. Can I jump it? I can. Okay, that works. Have you the muskets? Thank you, Hunter. With these we can arm ourselves, defend ourselves. We are the same blood as the Nath. But even though we find it utterly unnerving, the way they think is one. The way they move is one. It is hard to imagine us as the same people. So, okay. Let's see. I call upon the power of a primal for the greater good, conscious all the while that I do so at grave cost to the land. I reason that it is a necessary evil, and willingly shoulder the burden of my sin. In suggesting that such crimes be justified, you may argue that I presume too much, but you must surely see that I am aware of the magnitude of my transgressions. Not so the Nath. They summon their deity for no greater purpose than to expand their dominion. As a sign of the seventh dawn, I am once sworn to eliminate the primal threat. The distinction you draw seems questionable at best, but the fact remains that my own grandfather risked unleashing the power of the 12 in an attempt to prevent the calamity. Thus, while I cannot condone your actions, I at least understand them. Not so the Nath, as you rightly put it. If they truly seek nothing but territorial gain, I can only conclude that they are ignorant of the ruinous consequences of their god's insatiable appetite. The longer that primal is suffered to exist, the greater the suffering it will cause. It must be destroyed. How lightly you propose the destruction of this god, Master Alphino, a being of whom we know naught. Has it occurred to you that you may be sending the Warrior of Light to her death? No, you have the right of it, Estinian. 'Twould seem it is I who am guilty of presuming too much. Pray forgive me. Wait, she need not face this foe alone. Like her, I am blessed with the Echo's protection, and may do battle without fear of primal influence. Let me bear this burden. Ha! Do you truly imagine yourself a second Warrior of Light? Remind me, how many primals have you faced, my lady? Not that it matters. We know not where this god resides or how to challenge it, unless you mean to pray until it appears. Estinian makes a valid point. Let us speak with the Bath, and learn how best to secure an audience with their deity. At least I may be of assistance. The young lord certainly appears eager to prove his worth. I don't trust you. I really don't. We are Vath. We are the non-mind. We do not hear the one mind's thoughts. We cannot predict their will. Put this idea from your minds, generous hunters. If you meet with our god, then he will have your souls. Surely you are not so generous as that. Okay. You wish to meet our god? Offer yourself as a sacrifice and you will soon be brought before him. We would mourn the loss of such generous hunters, though. Speak with the voracious Vath. You are all generous hunters, yes? Many gifts you have brought, but not enough for all Vath to enjoy. Maybe you could bring us just one more. We are very fond of Nanka flesh. Yes, the meat of a young Nanka would make a fine repast. So you want Nanka flesh. You want me to go bring you munchies. We were trying to go kill your god, and you're like, okay, bring me food. Okay, we'll bring you your food. Don't worry. Now, is it a Credence Clearwater Nanka? And here we go. Here's where we need to be. We Vath do enjoy our Nanka flesh. Have you been out hunting yet? Another gift for the Vath. So unexpected. Yes, you will have more of the words you strange hunters hunger for. Listen now. The senses of the one mind are enmeshed by the overmind. What one sees, all see. What one feels, all feel. Alert a single Nath and the whole hive is alerted. To reach our god undetected is all but impossible. The Vather want to allude to certain concepts without explanation. But I believe I'm beginning to grasp a few of the fundamentals. From what I understand, the king-like Overmind sits at the center of Nath society, and its presence somehow allows its subjects to communicate without need of word or gesture. These Nath, the ones who inhabit the larger hive, are known as the One Mind, as it was by their combined will that the Primal was summoned. Those who reside in the smaller hive, however, are the Vath, or the Non-Mind, who, for reasons which yet escape me, seem to have been excluded from the telepathic bond which connects their Nath counterparts. Thus are the Vath ignorant of the One Mind's thoughts and intentions, and of the nature of their own god. In summary, we have wasted our time. Not so. Perilous as it may be, the Nath did furnish us with one certain method of approaching the Primal, as sacrifices. Should we allow ourselves to be captured in the environs of their colony, the Nath will bring us before their deity to make an offering of our souls. Dangerous as hell, but hey, what can you do? Forgive me, but let us be clear on about what it is you propose. You mean to say that you would deliberately provoke the Nath, surrender yourself that you might generously be termed their custody, and then wait until the god arrives to claim your soul? Aye, that fairly well describes my plan. You will join me in this endeavor, will you not? Yep. Judging by the great risks you took to prevent the summoning of Saint Shiva, you are not a woman to err on the side of caution. Would that I could fight at your side, warrior of light, but the power of the dragon is no protection against primal influence. Forgive me, but I must remain here with Master Alphino. Then it is settled. You and I shall challenge the guards at the entrance to the colony. Once the hive is roused, we shall feign a brief show of resistance and then allow them to take us prisoner. Okay, just checking a couple of things. I mean, they do what they can to try to make it where while I'm the leader of things, I'm not the only person going to fight these monsters, you know, in the line of the story. They're always saying, bring a group of friends. Or bring some people you trust. But they make it clear at the beginning of the story, you are not the only chosen one. You are one of the chosen many. Look, intruders, your lives are forfeit. Where is the sail in all this? Okay, come on, come on. The Overmind must now be, or by now be aware of our intrusion. Let us press on into the hive and ensure that we have our host's undivided attention. Leave these drones to me. We can join forces again when we are deeper in the colony. Wait for a sail deeper. Alright, now we're a little bit pissed. Okay. That really sort of upset me. Remember I could handle 3 guys that were... Oh. Right. They're expecting my item level. I am getting to where my item level isn't overpowering anymore. So I really do need to consider getting better crap. Thing is, item level 133 is the better crap. And I suppose I could go spring for some item level 100 or 140 stuff, but why? That was nuts. They were out damaging my healing. Okay, here we go. Yes, that should be sufficient. If we didn't have our host's full attention before, we must surely have it now. Our audience with the primal may be granted soon after our capture. Pray advise me once you have steeled your mind for the battle to come. Okay, so we're going to call it for now. Even though I was going to play for about another 40 minutes. Because frankly, I need to get up and stretch my legs. Because I'm feeling back in my backside. Get a few things done around the house. So I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. Like, follow, and subscribe if you enjoyed the show. This has been Harmony Muse. I will be back during the evening with more Final Fantasy, where we will fight this primal. Thank you and have a good one.